Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we are still discussing this cheating matter. And the last caller, do we still have a table on that? No, is there any leg on that? Because the man scattered the leg on that. What you are seeing right now is a mirage. The man said that men don't cheat. Like it is not a possibility.
Women are the problem.
That women are. To a show where there's all women are. No, it was very, very big.
But there's something that Beecee touched on that I wanted to highlight. Beecee, you spoke about the fact that some men will forgive their spouses if their women, if they cheat, depending on if it was a one-off thing or if it's an affair, for instance. But, before now, we used to be of the school of thought that for a woman to cheat, regardless of whether it's one-off or consistent, there's emotion involved. Yeah. This was what it used to be. Yeah. That for a woman to go all the way, that is hard. We're not like men where if you just see something, if we see third leg dangle, with our body don't stand. Yeah. So for a woman to go all the way, it means that emotions and heart has become attached. But do you think it's still true as at today?
I disagree.
So for me, I think modern times, a lot of things have changed. Many things have become transactional. Relationships are not based on values anymore, so even then when you cheated because you found out you're falling in love with someone else. But now is that you want a new car, you want something, you
just want a release,
or you want excitement, or you just want to take revenge on somebody who has hurt you, so that the person knows exactly how you feel. And also we're in a world where we're constantly saying, it's me, myself, and I. If he hurts you, hurt them back. There used to be a time where the woman really was expected to forgive and forget and move on and look at the bigger picture, because in the end, after many years, somehow, God will compensate her for her perseverance and endurance. So, but we're not there anymore. Now we're where people will give you back as you give them. There's just so many things that have changed, and because of that, men, I think, are finding it harder to be, to accept the reality. There's a difference also in the way marriages are these days. When Beecee said that a man before, if a man cannot accept cheating, if it happened, he will just kick you out. But how do you kick out a wife who owns the house, or the wife who pays rent, or the wife who brings 50-50 or maybe much more? So there's no one to kick out. And so I feel that in modern times that you may have men who are sitting down having a conversation with their wives about what's the way forward? How can we work this out? As long as it is not plastered on social media and the whole world knows about it, let's sit down and talk about it. Let's make this work. Because you cannot throw them out. You've built a life, you have children, you've built family, you've built business, she's contributed just as much as you have, so let's make this work. Women used to fight the other person because she knows that this is the man that brings...
So she cannot fight the breadwinner.
Good, she cannot fight bread, so she fights the person that is coming into her territory. See, I've caught this man, and I'm protecting my territory.
Let me keep my cake. Stay out. Don't take a piece of my cake. But when the women are also contributing 50% to 80% of the cake, then the conversation changes.
After all, add a little. You've heard some people who say that, especially those who can marry more than one wife, where the second or third wife comes in and says, I thought this man was the Odogo. I did not realize it was first wife, was actually the Odogo.
Case in point.
So there's nothing here. It's actually the woman that has the money. So
let me take Yomi. Yomi, welcome to the show. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So I like you have said just the answer, right? Let me just add a few things. So I think now we have become more selfish. And everybody is now seeking for their happiness. We have redefined happiness to mean me putting myself first before every other person. Our mothers did not have an opportunity to define happiness like that. It was about family. Happiness was seen to be family, your children. The success of your children was what happiness meant to them at the time. But now, everybody's now looking at children will always find their way. Children will always survive. Let me think about me first. And also because of the swap of the roles. Before, it was the patriarch who would be responsible for bringing the yam and the bread in the house. But now you have people doing as much as here, even doing more than you most of the time. And so when it comes to that cheating, you're asking yourself, if you can go outside with, even me, I'm the one giving you the money and you're using my money to chase women, why can't I, right? So that's what has happened. That's why it seems like there's a change right now. And it's getting worse. It's also getting worse because now you hear a lot of conversations like, why do I even need to marry in the first place? Let's just be partners. Why do I need to, okay, you have a call.
Yes, let me take this call before we go into that area of the conversation. Pastor Lunge, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Hello,
Yes, this Pastor Lunge, VOA Lunge from Ikotunigbe.
Pastor Lunge, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Now, I just want to say a little about what you're saying, though it's a very strong topic. Many people will get it wrong. Now, one of the major issues is that marriage is not a child's play. It's not meant for children. It's meant for adults. Are you getting me? That's one. Two is that if you understand what marriage is, you will understand what it means to cheat. Cheating out of marriage, to me, I see that the marriage vow that you had during your wedding day is not a commitment to the woman alone. It's a commitment to God. So if I see it as a commitment to God, then going out to go and sleep with another woman, I'm not doing it. It's not I'm not, how will I put it now? I'm not sinning against my wife. I'm committing sin against God. Are you getting me now? So no matter how it goes, first thing, the fundamental is that the man going out to go and have extramarital affair outside is because he does not understand the purpose of the institution. The woman who does it too, it shows that he doesn't understand the purpose of the institution. If both of them understand the purpose of the institution, they will not cheat. That is one. Two, you see, this westernization has brought in so many things into this marriage institute. Most of us, we look at what happens in America, this and that. You know, it doesn't work. Marriage is not a copycat. It's not something you copy people and you bring it in. No. It is not a copycat life.
It's a personal journey.
It has to do with you, your wife, your family, and God. And thirdly, is that both parties should learn to understand each other. Yes, once in a while, maybe the man or the woman make mistakes. We should come back to the round table. My dear, this thing, I've done this, and we should learn to forgive one another. If there is forgiveness, that is why you see some men still go outside. Because they find it that even if I tell my wife, she won't forgive me. So let me bust it and let me continue with what I'm doing. And that is another level. The other level I also want to talk to round up is that.
Wow.
Are you still there?
Lost him.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much for the things you shared, though. I love the perspective of the purpose. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. And I like the fact that you brought us back to what's the purpose of marriage. It's a commitment to God to honor the person you're in a relationship with and raise godly children. And when you realize it, put it in that context. As a pastor, I love it. It was just so interesting because sometimes you just get into the gist and we gist it without realizing the impact this thing is having on every other person involved, on the children, especially when they are calling out on social media. And
let's talk about that calling out on social media.
Your people.
Why is she
your community?
What happened?
Why
is she disgraced of this?
Because she's a celebrity.
For here and
I know that she's a very gentle celebrity, but how come you are gentle in the crowd of all of this, your people? Why are people doing like this? Because we're not creating a system where people feel like it's normal that if my partner offends me, I can
go on social media.
I can screen grab and post it
social
online.
media their life? Like, I keep asking myself that question, like, this is not my life. Why do I have to take personal things on social media to discuss? Those people that are discussing your matter, when have you seen them like bring their own children out, their family to discuss, about their own issues? Because everybody has one or two things they are dealing with. Do you understand? And you never see them bringing their family out. You need to apply your thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always ask, is it therapeutic in some way?
At the end of the day, anything that goes on social media doesn't get resolved. Like the womb.
I like that you said that because I don't think social media is for resolution.
And I'm sorry.
I think it's for vengeance.
Another thing is because those people are making money out of their,
they're paying their
because of monetization, and they're not getting to know this.
Yeah, now you are going to the real
They are
thing.
not getting, like, the earlier they get, to understand
might
what
as
is
well
going
make money
on.
from it now.
Those people they don't do anything. That is their work. That's where they get money. They get money off celebrities.
Views.
Yeah.
Yes. Known people.
So those blogs, Abby?
Those bloggers.
How about people themselves? How about celebrities themselves that come out and talk about those personal issues? Why do they do that?
That was why I said probably they are looking for what is not, because if you're looking for how do I put it, unnecessary drama or attention or
I think it might be
fame.
revenge.
Some people are looking
Mariam,
for
it might be
fame.
revenge. If that's most of the reactions are usually, they're like reactionary. They are things as is boiling you, as that emotion is rising. People, they just posted it. We saw what Two-Face said now. I said what I said. Because when he posted it, at the point he came back to say, maybe I shouldn't have posted it.
I heard he was not
then
the one
later,
that posted it.
he was like, I said what I said.
But you see,
leave it.
the revenge thing, the effects that people typically used to feel before now, when something like this comes out and you say, oh, I want to get back at you, the effect is not as much as it used to be.
People are
I
now
think
shameless.
Yes. So if a woman we are knowing that this wife, her husband said 21 men, she's still granting interviews and she's going to go about living her life, and the backlash is not even as bad as it would have been, say, 20 years ago.
Yeah, we're now more compassionate.
Yes.
No, we're not compassionate. What has happened to our moral fiber?
It has
That's the
died. It
conversation.
has.
I want
Leave
to come
moral,
to you.
we are more compassionate to women now, because we just saw Equatorial Guinea a few moments ago. How many carry? Did they kill him? In fact, men were like, he's a man, he's a this. So why he's a woman? Why do you want to crucify? Do you understand?
No,
People are now saying that we are human beings right
She's
now.
addressing the shape. The thing is, the culture of shame.
Yes, has reduced.
When that kind of thing happens to a woman or a man or anybody, you just hide. You don't want anybody to see you.
That was
But
then.
now, even Tiwa Savage sang about it. He said, you cannot, the sex tape cannot destroy my life. She put it in the song, like, I've done it. So,
but I don't like it when we use that as if to say she was saying it's okay to just be promiscuous.
No,
She was talking about.
what she said, though.
I think she was just trying to say that
won't
in my
destroy
own
me.
understanding is that, okay, I've done something bad and you decided to just
To blackmail me with
it. That would not destroy me.
Okay.
So
not necessarily about being shameless.
Yes, not necessarily that she was shameless. I've done something, sometimes, many times we do things wrong,
private, yeah.
but privately, and we
Finds a way
handle
to make
it,
it
but
out.
then someone else would decide, you know what, I'm going to make sure I finish you. Everybody will know about you and everything. So when you come out to say, that will not destroy me. It's not to say that what I did
don't
to
feel
you was
bad.
wrong.
Yeah.
I recognize I did that, but the way you have decided to handle it, I will not let that break me. I will not let that stop me. So I think it's different, so that we don't, because when we don't mix it up and then give people the idea that we were saying thumb up for this bad
But Mariam, I
behavior. actually
actually believe that we have more people have become more shameless about on social media for whatever reason, and I don't know if you see that as well. And what do you think might be contributing to the increase in people just come out and just do anyhow?
Say whatever, do whatever.
Well, I think because social media is becoming a place whereby people, make money. Yes, and they just feel like, oh, I have to do something terrible for me to
Trend.
To trend or for me to get known. So with peace of mind or with me just going peacefully on social media, I don't get traction, I don't get this, nobody knows. But whenever somebody does something terrible, they just feel like, oh, people start talking about this person, the person start getting engagement, start trending, they start following the person. So they just in their brain like, I think this is the way.
Thank you. Social media is rewarding bad behavior.
Yes,
Who is
absolutely.
behind the social media that is
all
rewarding bad
of us.
behavior?
We are rewarding bad behavior.
But it's always been like
and
that.
We're complaining
We praise
about the
money when a
reality.
60-year-old is driving a car. The mother will allow you and say, "Now my pikin be that." You don't question.
How the person...
We lord money regardless of where it comes from. So we've been rewarding bad behavior for I don't know, for the
and then we
longest
now have a
time.
bigger platform to do it. So it aggravates the ills in our society. It can be an aggravation platform for the ills in our society. Just the same way it can be a platform that celebrates and encourages the good. It's just what we now see
They'll
more.
say the good is boring.
Yes, what we see more of is the bad thing that is happening around.
I can't wait for
What
a
we
time where
enjoy
things
more.
will turn around.
Honestly.
Where we'll be so excited about people doing, like good will become so scarce, we'll be excited when it happens.
Okay.
I feel that the reason why we're celebrating evil or chasing it and putting our energy into it is because it's more exciting, right? Good is what is expected to happen. But when we now live in a world that bad is constantly happening and then someone does good, you'll be like,
Oh, I see. Like
someone
the
has
reverse now
done
becomes
something
the case.
It's like, oh my God.
She's so amazing.
She's so amazing.
This is
She
such a
didn't
great
cheat.
thing. But bringing it back to helping spouses that are going through this challenge, because we've spoken about the fact that this is, and I like the fact that you highlighted the emotional trauma that comes with, like, all of the insecurities that this will rear up. For women, many women tend to deal with a lot of personal insecurities when they find out that their partner cheated, because it'll be like, what am I not doing? Am I not enough? Am I not cooking? Am I not, like, what did he want that I did not give to him? I can't place it that a man will be thinking,
No.
was I not doing enough?
No, the man just thinks, yeah.
No,
they
they
do.
think
They think
it.
it.
Men also question
Yes,
if why
am I good enough?
I've been sort of, was I not doing well in the other room?
Yes.
Yes,
The
Why
question-
would he cheat?
Yeah. The
Why would she
question
cheat?
is-
Am I not taking care of her financially? Why was she looking for outside?
yeah.
So there's that. It happens both ways. But
ways.
because it's personal, we can only relate from
Our
our own
own end,
worldview.
yeah.
Okay, I
But
would
it
say that
happens.
what I see women do is, they completely put the blame on themselves. But a man comes to the point where
And
it is
blame
that
the woman.
you are the one, you are just a
Yeah.
rotten egg.
Yeah.
You are the problem.
How
like
about-
men are able to accept that you are the problem.
detach from
And
yes,
it's not me.
But the woman would take it upon
Personalize
herself
it.
that she has done something wrong.
Let's talk about when the world knows. It is easier for you to move on when it's just husband, wife, the two of you know, you can forgive each other and move on. But how do you deal with this scenario when
think-
the world knows? Like maybe a friend now comes to tell you that, bros, I just make I tell you,
Your wife
everybody
has
for
been-
gym don't knock your wife for.
Everybody.
So how do you deal with it
Yes.
when it's public?
You just have to stay away
You stay away from.
okay. I told you you're talking about social media.
No,
Like
public social media, public.
The
just,
man brings it out.
yes.
If you are the
Everybody
wife
knows.
and the husband has now brought it out, how
I
do you
would
deal
just
with
say
man?
silence and deal with the, within the family. Do not bring it out anymore.
Yeah.
Do not go out.
Don't
Yeah.
publicize it further.
Exactly, because if it's on social media and it's in the hearing of a lot of people, it's like nothing is going to happen. It will never be settled.
Yeah.
Peradventure, this Natasha and Senator Natasha and Senate President Akpabio, peradventure, there
Something
is
happened.
evidence of something. And we have already made the harassment claim public. Peradventure,
They have
Senator
something.
Natasha now releases
Okay.
evidence.
Okay. That is true.
That is true. How would the wife who has come out to make public declaration react to this kind of scenario? Peradventure.
He go hide himself in shame.
Yes.
So in that
shame.
kind of dynamic, right? I always believe that the wives know. Forget what they come out and say. You know your husband.
Not
You
all the
marry.
time.
No, calm down. We like to live in denial, women, most of the time. You just want to pray it away, wish it away, and ignore it away. But a woman every woman is naturally observant. Except you don't want to use, exactly, naturally. It comes with the territory. Then they born you, then they born detective. Except you don't want to use it, right? So you already know your partner. You've been married for 20 years. You say you don't know your husband. It's a lie. You know. But because you are the wife and they are dragging your husband, we always think it's the right thing to come and stand beside your husband. Sometimes they even plan it in the bedroom. Say, I beg we will come out to come support him. Maybe they see say we love each other. Let's kiss outside and all of that. They know. If you check the history of things the way it has happened, you will see at the end of the day when the marriage finally packs up, you hear the woman say that I actually knew. They know. Even those men that abuse small girls, the wives know. Sometimes the wives are complicit. So she'll just hide her head in shame and like, you see, maybe I don't the one you since say you go bring our leg, come outside. Yeah, but I wanted to talk about how to handle cheating when it has gone public. Like, I agree with you when you said people bring things public when they want sort of a form of revenge. They may not have thought it through.
In the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment, you bring it and then you realize that, I shouldn't have. But you know in your heart that if you really want to work it out, you would not bring it out because then even when two of you have forgiven yourselves, the world will not forgive. They will. Anytime they see two of you,
no, be that one way.
God help you to celebrate that person.
I'm telling you, that's the end. You know, so I just think at that point where he's already in the, just everybody should just pack their bag and go. The reconciliation we see does not last if we look at it through. You can reconcile.
You know what you said is also why a lot of people used to say to people that whatever happens within your marriage, just keep it in between the two of you. Because what happens is that you may forgive, but your mother-in-law will not forgive.
Even your children.
So,
but we've not spoken about the impact on children. And we don't realize that in people's in the momentary the moment you are expressing yourself, there are other people involved because you're trying to express that in that moment. I see stuff on social media that is just ill in my mind. Now, there's no reason for this. There's no reason for us to go this far. But people are doing it because in that moment, they're expressing themselves. They're not realizing that you have children together.
Now go back and regret.
You have children together and you're putting something out there that your children will see. The people will refer to this concerning your children, and we must put that into cognizance. Obviously, the topic of cheating in every scenario is not going to end because from time immemorial, it has been happening. In the future, it will still happen. We just pray it does not come close to home. We pray it doesn't come close to home.
So how can we stop this?
I don't think the conversation would be about stopping. We'll be lying to ourselves.
It's managing it.
Yes.
It's managing.
The reason why I feel in Africa or some religions that have sort of accepted it is Africa, they will tell you a man is meant to be that way. A woman would accept that because, and for a bit, she's able to accept that. Some religions are able to let you know that this is what is acceptable, and you see some women are accepting that. So if you have that, that will help. But secondly, how to deal with it is what you should be talking about. Way forward. The more we talk about it, the more people have better information on how they want to live their lives. As a husband, what is expected of me? We had a caller who said, as far as it's concerned, men don't cheat. And that's because society says to him, men don't cheat, you're allowed to do that. But with conversations like this, another man is thinking, oh, I see how this can affect my marriage. I see how it can affect my children. And for people who are spiritual, they will tell you that when you hurt your wife, you hurt yourself. You hurt the family, you hurt your business.
I even like the
There's some people that lose work, that lose money because they are stepping out on their families. Both ways. A woman, if you're out, stepping out on your family,
you also lose favor.
There are some things,
you
lose favor. So when people have the conversation beyond, it's just emotional, and start thinking about how this can also spiritually affect us and how it can mentally affect our children and their upbringing and their confidence, then I think people will be more careful how they decide to interact with other people, or how they decide to behave as married men and women.
Let's take a few comments on YouTube. Please, can you look through? Do you realize I just noticed that you have braids and twists on?
Yes. Oh, just before we read comments, I was just going to say that I honestly feel like she has said management of it, right? Is when cheating happens, it's two things. So are you going to stay or are you going to walk away? I've heard many women in recent times now say, oh, cheating is not a deal breaker for me. And I think that might be to what extent it happens, right? Because to be honest, they'll tell you if you are leaving your marriage because your husband has cheated. Now we're seeing a lot of married women who left their homes because their husbands were cheating and they have got to follow somebody else's husband. We have so many even in your industry.
If you only high industry,
just to refer back.
Marketers are there. Teachers are there. Everybody, every industry. Because
your industry
is in the limelight.
Is in the limelight.
So
our guest said hospitals are there.
Hospitals are there.
Some people have called out nurses
and doctors.
Doctor is terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody's doing.
But as we round off, I think that we've shared a whole lot, and in bringing into some of the things that are really important for us to put on in our mind is that, like Mariam said, the quality of family you want to have must be in your consciousness. Even when you discover cheating, that quality of family you want to have would influence how you would go about resolving it. Whether you go online to post the chat you discovered, or whether you have the conversation with family and friends, it's based on the vision you have for your family. And I really want to once again appreciate the pastor who put into perspective that the idea of cheating is not about the human being you're having a relationship with, but the fact that you are stepping out of your commitment that you made in presence of God. So for those that their religion and their relationship with God is very important, have that consciousness. But somebody has come on our show today. This my sister here, she has one cap. She has one T-shirt. It is impossible for us to end this show without talking about Owambe Thief.
I forgot my
You use the Shegu just to do.
Yes, so what's Owambe Thieves about?
It's about family, about love. It speaks against bigotry. It speaks in support of the unity of our nation. It's a film that it's for everybody, children. People,
comedy?
Yes, it is. So people look forward to see Owambe Thieves coming ratings in all cinemas.
So it's not about thieves. It's not about thieves.
I don't wait. But to be in the cinemas.
Yes, coming to April 18 to be in the cinemas.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Yes, so April 18.
I see my
Who are the who are the main, who are the actors?
Zubi Michael,
my guy.
Sonia, Seb Eniola, Williams,
everyone.
Darele, Papa,
who is back you?
Small get big God.
God. After the success of Wema Jakaju, we decided to do something that cut across everybody.
Amazing. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Yes. How has it been though, producing this, promoting it as a producer?
Yes, you know, putting money out there to to do your promotion, your marketing, a lot of things already. You know, billboards.
But you made a lot of splash with Beast of Two Worlds. So I believe that this Owambe Thieves is going to be.
I didn't make much from cinema.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
So I hear these days.
Yes. Nothing.
It wasn't much.
But this is also cinemas as well.
Yes.
But just cinemas, or you're hoping that we'll be able to watch it on other platforms? Netflix,
obviously, because you just have to
YouTube.
go to cinema first before they can take it from you. And depending on the success of the cinema.
We wish you all the
wish you all the
that
best.
everybody's going to the cinema. Everybody's going to cinema right now.
Yes.
We wish you all the very best. This is the clip we have is beautiful, and I want people to look forward to it. Make it a date.
Set your reminders.
Come April
18th of April.
Go to cinema.
Show up at all the cinemas and watch Owambe
Thieves.
Promises to be fun.
Excited.
Thank you for joining our conversation. Even though I was throwing jabs at you
Just for
throughout,
fun.
just for fun. It was all good. We love when we have women here who are doing amazing things in their field, and we've had a show packed full of phenomenal women. Even see my ladies now. It's not when you get here, you just shine differently, Sha. So that's what we can take on today's show. Join us tomorrow for another exciting edition. Till then, bye.
Bye.